So, McKissick wants to know, how does the divorce rate for foreign marriages compare to the regular U.S. divorce rate? So, the studies that have been done, and again, the Justice Department did a study, others have done studies, and it normally shows that the divorce rate for intercultural marriages, the marriages that we get involved with, are normally much less than the divorce rate, the U.S. divorce rate, right? U.S. divorce rate's hovering, depending on who you ask, and how long that marriage was, right? So when does that actually count? But the divorce rate's hovering right around 50% or so. And for intercultural marriages, it's less. I don't know exactly how much less, but from what I've been told from the different studies that I've seen, it is less. And I think there's reasons for that. First of all, I know many couples that have been married for many, many years that have met through us. I know this is just anecdotal, right? That's just me. But I see it out there, and I see these couples staying together. I mean, yes, I hear about divorces, obviously. I'm going to hear that. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. But I also see so many couples that are staying together. We've been doing this now for a long time, 25 years. So we have many couples that have been married for a long time. I mean, take my marriage, for example, 23 years. Well, excuse me, 21 years. We met 23 years ago, been married now for over 21 years. And we met at a social just like this in St. Petersburg, Russia. It was amazing. It was love at first sight for me. And after a few glasses of champagne for Tanya, it was love at first sight for Tanya. Poor Tanya. Yeah, I just think that the divorce rate is less because I think the men and the women are putting a lot more effort into this. I mean, look at what you guys are doing right now. On a Monday evening, you're on this webcast, watching this, listening to me, trying to get more information. There's probably better things you could be doing than this right now, but this is something that's important to you. So you're spending the time, you're doing your due diligence to try to find that right match for you. And I think that's great. And then the women themselves, they are actually reaching out and they're trying to find a different option, a better option than what they have in their city, in their state, or wherever they live, right? And so they're trying to find a better option for it. So they're putting a lot more effort into finding Mr. Right. You're putting a lot more effort in finding Mrs. Right. And by doing that, I think it really does show that these marriages tend to last longer. There's just a lot more effort that goes into these. You're just not marrying, the woman down at the corner bar. You're really going halfway around the world to find that right person. And I think that speaks volumes to why these marriages tend to last a little bit longer. Mark says, John, when do you meet the person who is assigned to you during the socials? So that's a good question, and it depends on where you are. Sometimes you'll meet that person the day before, and when I say where you are and what part of the world you're going to, because the tours are always a little bit different depending on where you are. They're run differently. They're done in different cities, even if you're in the Ukraine compared to Latin America and Asia, we're in the same cities, so you have that same matchmaker at your side both nights, whereas in the so it's a very interesting and kind of complex situation. But I would tell you that sometimes the day before, sometimes an hour or so before the social happens, but you'll have plenty of time to go over, what it is you're looking for and who you are and where you've been, and you talk to them and they get to know you better, so that when you're going through that social environment, that they can point out some women that they may know, that they may feel would be a good fit for you. Also, when you're talking to the different women, maybe they don't know them from before. We get a lot of new women that will come to these socials and maybe they don't know them. However, when you're talking with the women and you walk away from the table, you can talk with that matchmaker and she will give you good advice as to what's going on with that woman, really. Read between the lines a little bit. They're good at that. They're women. Women are not, blinded by beauty like men are. Oh my gosh, men, I've seen it. 25 years, I could tell you story after story after story about how, oh, she's hot, John, I don't care. Where do I write the bad check? I don't care. She's hot. She's hot. She's hot. Yeah, she's 40 years younger than me, but she's so hot. That kind of stuff, right? I've heard it. So the matchmaker will try to keep you grounded, try to keep you understanding what your goals are so that you don't get kind of hijacked. You don't go off the track that you really should be on. Because yes, it might be an enjoyable track to go off of for a few days, but then what's really going to happen at the end of all of it, really? So you really want to stay focused on what it is you're really there for.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides.
Learn more at Filipino-Women.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.